Pizza is one of the snacks of food that is popularly and widely eaten and enjoyed by both adults and especially kids. However, do you know that homemade pizza is absolutely the best? Yes, I know that some of you will be arguing with me. In today's episode, I'll be sharing with you a step-by-step method on how you can make the perfect homemade pizza. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Queen and you're watching Queen Varieties channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. At the same time, share my video with your friends and loved ones. For the very first step, we're going to start with the dough preparation, which is absolutely important because without the dough, there is no pizza. 4 cups of flour, and what we are going to do first is to sift it. I have always told you the importance of sifting your ingredients, especially when you're making pastries. Next, I'll add sugar. To this, I am using 1/3 cup of sugar, which is exactly 85 ml. Next, I will introduce the yeast. Here I have 1 sachet of yeast, which is 50 grams. I know some of you will be scared, but don't be scared. That is exactly 15 ml of yeast. I'm going to mix and combine everything for an even distribution before I introduce the next item. Alright, that step is completed. I have here 1/3 cup of extra virgin olive oil. I'll just pour that inside the dry mixture. Combine that, and next I will now begin to add water step by step. Somehow I now remember that I have not added salt. I'll be using 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now drizzle this accordingly. Begin to add water gradually until a perfect dough is formed. On the screen, you can see the quantity of water I used entirely. Mix and combine until the dough is formed. Now transfer to the work surface. Here we're going to knead this dough for exactly 10 good minutes until the gluten is formed. The dough becomes super elastic, soft, and workable. Alright, my amazing friends, so 10 minutes later, trust me, the dough now is completely ready. When you touch the dough with your 2 fingers, it bounces back at you. That means it is now ready. Divide the dough into 2 segments. That depends on the size of pizza you're going for. For this recipe, I am making a family big size pizza. You can also divide into 4 segments for a smaller size. Oil your bowl, and here I'm going to proof this dough into 2 different bowls. I'll now rotate the dough inside the bowl and then cover it and foil it. Allow this to proof for exactly 1 to 2 good hours. Let me also remind you that you have to place this at the warmest part of your kitchen. Take this opportunity and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, okay? While the dough is beginning to proof, we are going to prepare the chicken so that it can also be working alongside with the dough. I have 1,000 grams of chicken breast. To that, I will drizzle salt and aroma to taste. All-purpose seasoning I have here, and I'm using sweet ajele all-purpose seasoning. Next, I'll add paprika pepper, drizzle, and make sure you coat everything front and back. Next, I'll add some little quantity of oil, about few tablespoons. Mix and combine everything to be evenly distributed, and here you will cover it and foil it and marinate this for a minimum of 30 minutes to 1 hour. This should be going simultaneously with the dough. 30 minutes later, I'll just add a little tablespoon of oil to my pan, which is already preheated. For this recipe, I am using cast iron pot to pan sear this chicken. I'll be cooking this for exactly 3 minutes on one side. Then next, I will now flip it. What we are going to try to do here is to develop the skin of the chicken to be crispy on the outside and super juicy, delicious on the inside. I'll be coating with extra 1 tablespoon of butter and cook for exactly 10 good minutes. While that step is taking place, I'll be coating the chicken generously with the oil in the pot. Guys, trust me, this is juicy, delicious, and sumptuous, incredibly amazing. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Exactly 1 to 2 hours later, the dough is completely risen, as you can see. With the help of my hands, I will now go ahead and punch down this dough and set it aside until it is required. This is now the perfect time to prepare the pizza sauce, which is an essential ingredient. I have here my favorite items: some fresh tomatoes, red bell pepper, fresh basil, rosemary, and fresh parsley. I also have garlic and half an onion and 1 spring onion. Feel free to increase the quantity and store every item we are using for this entire recipe in your freezer or fridge so that you can use them as much as possible during the week or any other day. Just because I love spicy meals, I will introduce 1 tablespoon of red hot pepper chili flakes inside the blender and smoothly blend every item. Transfer all the blended items inside the pan and add aromat and salt to taste. You can also drizzle a little more oil if needed. Mix and combine everything. Cover this pot, allow it to cook down for exactly 10 good minutes on medium heat. 10 minutes later, look at how gorgeous and beautiful our pizza sauce is. It tastes sumptuously amazing, incredibly delicious. The depth of flavor is super amazing. Trust me, this is the best pizza sauce you will ever taste. Okay, so next I want to introduce to you my pizza stone and also my pizza baking trays. Using a pizza stone for this recipe is totally optional, but if you have it, then it's also an added plus because it's going to give your pizza that crispy underneath tasty background. You know what I mean? Yes, so here I have all my pizza toppings all set and ready. Drop the pizza dough on the bowl, and here I'm going to use my hands and push it to exactly the style of my bowl. Drizzle a little oil on top just to coat all edges because you want the pizza to be crispy on those edges. Add a little bit of pizza sauce into the dough and spread it entirely everywhere, but be very careful not to add too much. I had to spread my dough with some cheese. I'm using 2 types of cheese. It's a homemade recipe, therefore you have your choice to use whatsoever thing you prefer. Layered up my toppings. You can notice some bell peppers, the chicken we prepared earlier on, beef sausage, and some onions. Do you use whatever that tickles your fancy? Just be happy because this is a homemade recipe. I'll place the pizza at the middle area of my oven. This is very, very important. Make sure you're baking and not grilling. Baking time will take place for at least 35 minutes to 45 good minutes for the size of my pizza. Just because my husband does not eat chicken, I'm now making a tomato-friendly style of pizza for him to enjoy. Alright friends, so 15 minutes later, I am back to the oven. What I'm doing here is to brush the edges of the dough with some oil. This is very, very important and critical if you want to result with a crispy, crunchy outside of your dough, your pizza. 35 minutes to 40 minutes later, trust me, our pizza is incredibly ready and it smells so good. The kitchen is zooming with wonderful aroma. I will go ahead and bring it out because already my kids are dancing hallelujah chorus because they are ready to devour. Now I'm going to use the pizza cutter to slice into it, and meanwhile I have transferred the second pizza right in the oven to begin to bake until it is ready. And so this is all about it. Our pizza is ready. twinkle of an eye, this pizza is almost completely devoured. Crispy on the outside, crunchy, delicious, bready on the inside. It's so delicious. The depth of flavor, oh my goodness. Enter your kitchen, try this recipe, and trust me, this will be one of your favorite pizzas you have ever tasted. Here we are going to draw the curtain for today's recipe. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Remember, variety is a spice of life. Also share my video, like and subscribe to my channel. Until I come your way next time, bye for now.